Wildrose Way, Questions Corner Week 4. This week we're talking all about the Adventure Dog program and how to introduce your dog to some of the adventure skills. You might be asking yourself what an adventure dog is. Well, by definition, it's a dog that's prepared to go anywhere and have good obedience so that you and the dog both enjoy the experiences. The Adventure Dog program was designed in 2007 by Mike Stewart with the hopes of giving owners more opportunities to go out and experience the world with their dog and go through different adventures with them. Danielle is our adventure dog trainer here at the kennel. It's definitely her favorite thing to train for, and so she's going to go through some of her top different skill sets that she teaches the dogs to do and explain how she gets them used to these different skills.
That's right, Chelsea. I am super excited to go with you today and on this adventurous journey and kind of show you some of my favorite skills. We got Fawn here today, and I'm going to go over here and we're going to show you kind of the skills of a kayak, how to get your dog going on the kayak. Fawn, out. So first you say we're going kayaking, but wait, we're on land. That is where you start with any watercraft, boat, kayak. You're always going to start on the ground. Another really popular item that people use on the water now is a paddleboard. We're not blessed enough to have a paddleboard today, but it's the same concept. You want to get the dog comfortable going in and out of the watercraft at first. So you could do a couple things. First, you could either lure the dog, maybe with a bumper. If you're using treats, you can use treats to get the dog. First, you want to get them comfortable inside the kayak. Come on, come on. Load, load. Good girl, good girl. So when we go, Fawn will be sitting right here with me, so this is where I'm going to have her get comfortable. Fawn, here, load. Good girl, good girl, good girl. So once she's comfortable in there, I'm going to bang around a little with the paddle and kind of just get her used to the commotion of the kayak. Alright, the next item we got is a little side-by-side. Fawn, out. I mean, these are all around great tools for your dog to go one place to the next. The first thing you want to do with this, like the kayak, you want to start at the bottom. You want to let the dog sniff around, let them get used to the smells and the different things, and then you want to start it. So you'll start it and you'll be stationary. Then you'll get the dog used to the sounds while it started. And then you'll start slowly progressing slow movements. I don't know if you have a spoiled dog, you can sit them up in the front or you can have them load in the back. Wherever you're going to have them, that's where you want to start getting them used to going in there. Same concept with the ATV. If you're having them load up on the back like we have Deke here, or if you're having running along the side. You could even use two people if you're getting them used to running along the side of the ATV. You could have one walking the dog and the other person riding. No matter what you're using, same with the bike, you always want to get the dog used to the item first. So with Fawn, here, we'll just walk along just like this so that they can get used to it. So this is what kind of the first step looks like. It's real simple, and then you can progressively move on from there. Fawn, here.
Okay, so here we are with Danielle and Fawn, showing you the steps to introduce a pup to the bike. The very first step is to let the dog just check the bike out, sniff it, get used to it. Now she's going to leave Fawn on a sit stay, and she's going to let her get used to the motion of the bike as she walks around her. If your pup struggles with this step, you can just make a bigger circle around them to introduce them. Again, she's letting her get used to the motion, some of the sounds of the gears changing. You may not be able to progress through all these steps in one day with your dog. It's going to depend on the level of training that you have and how comfortable your dog is. Now to start putting the dog in motion, Danielle is just heeling the dog next to her, and she's standing between the dog and the bike. And now she goes to the other side, getting the dog accustomed to being next to the bike and not necessarily heeling directly with Danielle. Just as she would if she were walking and heeling with the dog, she's correcting her place. She wants her to stay a certain distance back from the dog, from the bike. And finally, the last step is to ride the bike slowly. Again, correcting the position so the dog learns where you want them to ride. You don't want them bolting out in front of you where you could fall over them when you turn.
Looks good.
Beautiful. Alrighty, so now it's time to do a little introduction to the kayak.
Yep.
First, Danielle's just going to have them load into the kayak where they will be riding. She's going to let them hang out in there and get comfortable. If loading into the kayak is something your dog is really, really unsure of, it's okay to use a lure, maybe some food. Be sure lots of praise to make it really fun for them. She'll let them get in and out just for fun. Once the dogs are comfortable and they'll sit in there and relax, then it's time to move it to water. When you first put the kayak in the water, leave your dog on land while you get everything set.
Good dog.
Once you're all ready, bring them down, have them load back in.
Good.
And carefully maneuver it into the water. If the dogs jump out like that, not a big deal. Remember, stay calm, encourage them to go back into their place. You want this to be a positive experience for them all around. A little bit of help there, that's okay. This whole process is helping to make them understand that this is a fun, exciting thing, but it is a learning process for them, so be patient. Where the water's really shallow, she's doing some practice rocks back and forth, getting the dogs used to some motions that they might feel when they're out on the water, particularly if you're headed out onto a river. And they're off.
Here we are with Chelsea with getting a dog used to an ATV. The first step is to get the dog used to the smells and the different things on the ATV. That way nothing is a surprise when you start loading the dog on. The next step would be to turn the ATV on. That way the dog gets used to the noises and the smells when you're riding. Good boy. Lots of praise. Very good.
Very good boy.
The next step would be to load the dog onto the ATV.
Good boy.
For your brand new dogs, you're going to do that while the ATV is off. That way they're not surprised by anything. Very good. Once they're comfortable in the spot that you're going to have them on, then you're ready to go. You're going to start at a slow pace at first. You're not going to be doing any hardcore riding at first. You're going to start real slow. Good boy. And watch your dog at this time too. There we go. Good job.
Adventure dog skills are a lot of fun.
They are, Chelsea. Hop online and get your own Adventure Dog packet. Now that you have all the knowledge to become an awesome Adventure Dog duo with you and your companion. Fawn here is on her road to being a master trekker, so try to beat her.
Happy training.
See you next week.